Change your daily rules. Change your life. You don't need to transform your entire life overnight. You don't need to wake up tomorrow as a completely different person. You don't need to have everything figured out. Sometimes the biggest changes in life begin with something much smaller, a rule you decide to live by every single day. Because your life doesn't suddenly change when you make one big decision. Your life changes when you repeat small decisions until they become who you are. Change your daily rules, and eventually your daily rules will change your life. 1. Your life is built by what you repeat. Look at your life today. Your health, your finances, your relationships, your confidence, your discipline, your mindset. Most of these things were not created in one day. They were created by repetition. What you do occasionally affects your day, but what you do consistently affects your identity. If you tell yourself, I'll exercise when I have time, you probably won't. If you tell yourself, I'll save money when I earn more, you may keep waiting. If you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, tomorrow becomes a habit. But imagine changing the rule. Instead of, I'll exercise when I feel motivated, you say, I move my body every day, even if it's only for 10 minutes. Instead of, I'll save when I have extra money, you say, I save something from every income I receive. Instead of, I'll work when I feel inspired, you say, I do the important thing before I entertain myself. That's how transformation begins, not with intensity, with consistency. 2. Stop trying to change everything at once. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to rebuild their entire life overnight. New diet, new routine, new career, new mindset, new goals, new personality, and for a few days, they feel unstoppable. Then life happens. They're tired, they're stressed, they miss one workout, they waste one evening, they break one promise, and suddenly they think, I failed. No, you didn't fail. You simply tried to change too much at once. Real transformation doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks boring. Going to bed a little earlier, drinking more water, reading a few pages, saving a small amount, walking instead of scrolling, saying no when you normally say yes, putting your phone away when you need to focus, choosing silence instead of reacting. These things don't look powerful in the moment, but repeated for months, they become powerful. Small rules create big results when you refuse to stop following them. 3. Create rules for the person you want to become. Here's something powerful. Don't only ask, what do I want? Ask, what kind of person do I want to become? Because goals tell you where you're going, but rules tell you how you live. If you want to become healthier, create rules that support health. If you want to become financially stable, create rules that protect your money. If you want to become mentally stronger, create rules that protect your mind. If you want peace, create rules that protect your peace. Maybe your rule is, I don't argue with people who only want to misunderstand me. Maybe I don't make important decisions when I'm angry. Maybe I don't spend money just to impress people. Maybe I don't start my morning by giving my attention to everyone else. Maybe I keep promises I make to myself. These rules become your boundaries, and your boundaries become your lifestyle. 4. Your future is hiding inside your ordinary days. Think about this. Your future isn't waiting somewhere far away. It's being built quietly inside your ordinary days. Every morning you wake up and make choices. What will you eat? What will you watch? Who will you listen to? What will you focus on? What will you tolerate? What will you avoid? What will you repeat? These decisions may feel insignificant, but they are not, because one day your repeated choices become your circumstances. Your habits become your health. Your discipline becomes your freedom. Your thoughts become your mindset. Your spending becomes your financial reality. Your standards become the relationships you accept, and your daily actions become your life. Your future is not created someday. It's being created today, quietly, repeatedly, choice by choice. 5. Make your rules simple enough to follow. Don't create 20 rules. Create a few rules you can actually live by. Maybe start with 5. Rule number 1. Move your body every day. Not because you need to become perfect, but because your body deserves care. Rule number 2, learn something every day, even 10 minutes, because your mind needs nourishment too. Rule number 3, save before you spend, even if the amount is small. You're training yourself to think about tomorrow. Rule number 4, protect your peace. Not every message needs a response. Not every argument deserves your energy. Not every person deserves access to you. Rule number 5, keep one promise to yourself every day, because every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build self-trust, and self-trust is powerful. 6, you don't need motivation every day. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Motivation is unreliable. Some mornings you'll feel powerful. Other mornings you'll feel exhausted. Some days you'll believe in yourself. Other days you'll question everything. That's normal. That's why you need rules. Because rules don't ask, do you feel like it? They simply remind you, this is what I do. You don't brush your teeth because you're inspired. You do it because it's part of your life. Imagine if you treated your goals the same way. You don't negotiate with yourself every morning. You simply follow the rule. This is what I do. That's discipline. And eventually, discipline becomes automatic. 7, the day you change your identity. At first, you're going to feel like you're forcing yourself. You're forcing yourself to wake up early. You're forcing yourself to save. You're forcing yourself to exercise. You're forcing yourself to stop scrolling. You're forcing yourself to focus. But keep going, because something interesting happens when you repeat a behavior long enough. Eventually, you stop saying, I'm trying to become disciplined, and you start saying, I'm a disciplined person. You stop saying, I'm trying to become healthy. You say, I take care of myself. You stop saying, I'm trying to save money. You say, I'm someone who manages money wisely. That's the real transformation. Not just changing what you do, but changing who you believe you are. 8, don't underestimate one small rule. Maybe you're watching this thinking, my life is complicated. One small habit won't change anything. But that's exactly how change begins. One decision, one rule, one day, then another, then another. You don't need to climb the entire mountain today. You just need to take today's step. Because a year from now, you could look back and realize that 10-minute walk changed my health. That small savings habit changed my finances. That decision to stop chasing certain people changed my peace. That decision to read every night changed my mind. That decision to stop quitting on myself changed my confidence. You don't always recognize transformation while it's happening. Sometimes you only recognize it when you look back. So don't pressure yourself to transform your entire life overnight. You don't need a perfect life tomorrow. You need a better rule today. Choose one, just one. Maybe it's, I will stop betraying myself for temporary comfort. Maybe it's, I will take care of my body. Maybe I will stop wasting my mornings. Maybe I will save something every time I earn. Maybe I will protect my peace. Or maybe the most important one is simply, I will no longer quit on myself. Then follow that rule. Tomorrow, follow it again, and the next day, and the next, because your life doesn't change only when you make massive decisions. It changes when your ordinary decisions become extraordinary through consistency. Remember this, your habits shape your days shape your years, and your years shape your life. So don't try to change your entire life tonight. Change what you do tomorrow morning. Change one rule, then repeat it. Because eventually, the rule you choose to live by will become the life you live. Change your daily rules, and eventually, your daily rules will change you.